Hi everyone, it's Arlene. I am making a card today using the Stampin' Up's Totally Trees stamp set. This is one of the sets that are in the seasonal catalog. I'm just going to be using a couple of the stamps here, and this is more like a two-step stamping, so it makes it look like there's really kind of been a lot more work than what there was when it's just two stamps, which is really nice to make it quick and easy. And then I'm thinking of fall. Right now it's pretty kind of blustery out there. It's pretty windy and the leaves are really falling off the trees. I love this kind of weather. It's my favorite. So I'm going to start out with the Very Vanilla cardstock, and that's going to be the base of the card. And then I pulled a few colors from the Regals collection. So I've got Crushed Curry, there's Cajun Craze, Always Artichoke, and this one is called Perfect Plum. I love the way these colors go together. They're real pretty. So I'm going to start out with the Very Vanilla as a base for my card. 8.5 by 11. I'm going to cut it in half. So that's going to be 5.5. And then I'm going to score it down the middle on the other side. This is 8.5, so it's going to be 4 1/4. And it's scored using the scoring blade on the Stampin' Up trimmer. Okay. And then fold it. So that'll be the base of our card. And I'll set that aside. And then I think I'm going to take this plum color, I think. And I'm going to just make it, I'm going to cut out a piece of paper that's just a bit, maybe about 1/4 inch smaller than the base of my card. So it's going to be 4 inches. Let me put that scoring blade up 4 inches, and it's going to be by 5 1/4. So you see how I've got it. It's just a little bit smaller than the actual card itself. This color I'm going to be embossing it with the new sweater texture embosser. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. It looks like it's cable knit. So I love this one. It's so cute. I shouldn't say cute. It's just different. It's I really like it, and because they're bigger, like the cables, it looks like it cable stitches with knit. These cable stitches really stand out. You've got more of a 3D look to it. So using the Big Shot, pardon the squeaky chair. Can you hear that? Let's see if I can get this in the picture here. Okay, so there you can see it there. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so I'll just place that in the middle, and then using the Big Shot, we're going to just emboss. Run it through. Isn't that pretty? Can you see the texture there? I love that. It's really pretty. Okay, and then we have that one. Set this one aside, and we'll make the rest of our card. Okay, so then now that we have that card base and the embossed piece, I'm going to start out with another piece of the Very Vanilla cardstock, and I've cut this into, it's about 2.5 by 3.5 inches. You don't have to be exact on this. You can even just use your scraps. So I'm going to be stamping on this, and this is where the stamp set Totally Trees comes in. I am going to stamp with this stamp first, and I have, let's see, I have the Crushed Curry. I think I'm going to use that color, and then also the Pear Pizzazz. So just let me go in with the Crushed Curry first. And then again, it's meant to be kind of more of a two-step stamping, but I'm going to stamp on it with the Crushed Curry first. Pretty. Okay. And then wipe that off a little bit. And then go in with the Pear Pizzazz. And I'm just going to go just slightly off. In fact, I think I'm going to tap off first. So I just want a light color of green, just real light. And then go in again using, this is going to be the the tree branch here on the other stamp, and I'm going to emboss it. And the color I'm going to use is copper. And the copper is a very fall color. So take your Versamark ink pad. This one has probably seen better days. It's pretty old, but it still will work. And then you just want to go over, just right over the dye ink that you've already stamped on. Okay, and it's not going to show anything because it's clear, but it's an embossing ink, so it's still wet. And then while it's still wet, let's see if I have a scratch piece of paper. Let's see. Okay, you're just going to pour over that embossing powder. Be real liberal. You don't have to worry about, you know, getting too much on there because you're just going to tap it off. And sometimes I think I need to go over it a little bit more. Okay, tap off the excess and then pour it back into the jar. And really, when you get some of this, you get the copper, this, a little of this will last you. This jar will last a long, long time. So, okay. And next thing you need is a heat tool. And that heat, it's a little loud. I have an older one, but it will heat up that powder so it actually melts. And so it will, and once it's melted and then it's cooled off, it's solid. So it's a little raised surface. It's an embossing powder, so it's going to be embossed, the part that you used the embossing ink, the Versamark, and then pour the embossing powder over. So here we go. Isn't that pretty? See, it just kind of melted into there. That copper just is so pretty. Okay, I'm going to set that down. And then I've got a couple of pieces. There's the crushed curry and the Cajun Craze. And same about this. They're a little bit bigger. You can see in size. I made them just a little bit bigger. And now we're going to just layer that whole card all together. Put it together here. I also cut out a piece of the Always Artichoke, and I made it actually like an 1/8 of an inch larger than the purple that I embossed. So it's going to be layered onto that. Oops. I'll start with this one. So it's just got a really small part of the green that's going to be showing up. There. And then this goes directly onto the card. Again, so just a little bit of that Very Vanilla will poke out. And now I'm just going to put this on. I want this to be straight. Like that. And that's going to just kind of lay on there. Like that. Cute. Alright, and then I have one that I've already embossed in the copper, and it's a little saying. This is from the Hostess set. Which one is this one? This is called Basket for You, and it's the thank you very much right there. Just use that saying, and I think I'm going to put that down there. Yeah, got some empty space. We can fill that up there as well too. So I am going to take some Stampin Dimensionals, and you can see I just used some scratch paper. Keep your scraps, but don't need to be worried about keeping all of them. Yeah, I'm just going to have that kind of pop up just a little bit like that. Okay. I also have, I grabbed these because I really like the way the colors, these two colors went together, so I think I'm going to use these. These are, they're called Halloween Night, the Enamel Dots. So they're with the Halloween stamps and embellishments in the seasonal catalog. But there's those purple, there's the orange, which I won't use, but I love the purple and the green, so let's just put a little bit there. Purple is my favorite color. Let's get this little one done here. Okay, there you go. Okay. Quick and easy little card. Just wanted to show you the embossing folder as well as the embossing with the copper, the new copper embossing powder. Hope you enjoyed it and get some ideas of your own. Just get your creativity going. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.